Hello, it's Shadow the Rat, and I'm back with another cage tour of my rat's single critter nation. So let's take a look inside. So the first thing you notice on the right is this double wire shelf attached to my cage door. This is pretty customary for my cage because my rats really like to sit on the fabric that I have binder clipped into it, and they just basically sit there, sleep there, or even play on it, so I like to leave it in the cage since they seem to enjoy it so much. Next to that you can see a well-used lava ledge, and then to the left you can see 3 of my rats' 5 plastic water bottles. The other 2 are actually in the travel cage with the rats right now, but once I replace the rats, I will also be putting back the bottles. And then in the very back you can see a piece of fabric that I've hung up with some of these safety clips just to make a hammock. I really like making hammocks this way because it's probably one of the cheapest ways to make hammocks or get hammocks, and it's one of the easiest ways as well. And right below that you can see one of my rats' wooden houses. This one just has a giant hole cut out in the front to make a door, and I just put it on top of this Cheerio cereal box, which I have stuffed with tissue, and that's just something for the rats to play with. Right here you can see one of my rats' food bowls. This is just filled with their customary Oxbow adult rat food, and they really enjoy the stuff, so I'll often keep multiple food bowls of this in the cage. And here you can see something that I'm trying out. It's actually like a digging pit of sorts. Now last time I actually had a cardboard box that I filled with this eco bedding, and they really enjoyed sleeping in it and digging around. So this time I blocked off the area, actually the bottom pan, with 2 of these bendy bridges. And then in the middle, I filled it all with this eco bedding, and I put a tube in the middle that they can actually dig into, so it's kind of like a little hidey house. Now moving to the second level, I have a purple hammock that has been hung up with these little safety pins and this shower clip. And this is just a side hammock I thought they would enjoy lying on. And in the very back you can see a Rice Krispie box with some tissue stuffed inside that acts as a mini hideaway. Next to that you can see this long tube. This is just something that I got with a poster a long time ago, and I cut it in half, and the rats really enjoy chewing on it, hiding in it, and such. Right above that you can see another shelf I made. This is actually from the All Living Things Deluxe World cage I used to have. It's supposed to be a guinea pig cage, but still it wasn't really big enough for guinea pigs or rats. But I had to use it for a while, and since I had the shelf, I just modified it and hung it up with some of these pipe cleaners. Right here you can see the food that I've put here. This customarily holds a food dish, but it kind of just holds the food itself so that it can also work as a food dish for the rats. And then in the very back you can see this tissue box that I have cut in half. This is just like a little niche for the rats to hide in while eating. And in the very back behind that you can see their favorite logwood perch. Now in the very middle of the upper level you can see my customary house that I made out of 2 plastic bins from the Dollar Tree. The rats really like this, so I want to see how the babies will react to it. Right next to that you can see a hay hut. Last time I had this on the first level, this time I moved it up just to give the rats a little variety. Next to it you can see the other half of the tissue box. I just cut a bigger hole in this. The rats can't really fit in there, but they can chew it or move it around and do what they wish. Then we have this hammock on top. You can see it's actually a sparkly fabric, but I put the non-sparkly side upright because it seems softer. Again, I just hung this up with some safety pins, and it's a very cheap and easy hammock, and the rats really enjoy these, so I'm keeping a lot in the cage right now. And finally, we actually have a third food bowl this time. This is just filled with more Oxbow rat food. So here's an overview of the cage. As you can see, I have 3 shelves in there this time, and I really think that the rats are going to enjoy having a second full-length Critter Nation shelf. I'm really glad that they ended up sending me the plastic part to go along with the wire, and basically this is a really nice setup, so I think I'm going to enjoy having the option of putting 2 easy shelves in there instead of just 1. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time!